I just hired a few more people for my house flipping business, and I want to share with you what they do, why I hired them, and how I even hired them, so that you're just a little bit more ready to hire your very next person for your own real estate investing business. And if you're new to the channel, my name's Justin Yearong, and I've helped hundreds of people make money in real estate. Over the last couple months, I made 2 new hires, and these hires are MLS acquisition agents. So essentially what they're doing for me is helping me find real estate deals on the MLS. And if you don't know what the MLS is, it stands for Multiple Listing Service. So it's basically where all the homes are listed on the market by all these realtors. Whenever someone says, oh yeah, I'm looking for a home on the market, they're talking about the MLS, where all the realtors go to list the homes, and typically where most home buyers look at homes. So it's like the eBay for homes, where just homes are listed essentially. And the funny thing about the MLS is a lot of people think that you can't find deals from there because all the other investors are looking there and it's too competitive. And yeah, it's competitive, but so is off-market deals. So it's super competitive on the MLS, and all the people who say you cannot find deals on the MLS, I love it, especially if they're in my market, because all the investors in my market who are not hunting on the MLS and they're simply going off market to find these deals, well, it just gives me an opportunity to find all these deals on the MLS. So just know that when everyone is swerving a certain direction, that you can make a lot of money by just going the opposite way. So here's what my new hires are actually doing. They're first identifying properties on the MLS to buy that kind of make sense to buy just based on price points and what they are. They're crunching the numbers to figure out what's the most that we can possibly pay for this home and still make a lot of money. So they're crunching the numbers, and they're actually sending those offers to the agents, whether they're calling or texting these listing agents for these homes, saying, hey, like, would your seller entertain an offer for this amount? And oftentimes these listing agents are just saying, no, we won't even consider your offer. So what my agents are doing are following up every single month until that homes get sold to someone else or sold to us. So they're constantly checking in with these listing agents to say, like, hey, we're still here, our offer still stands at this price. Are you still interested in selling? Do you have a buyer? If you do have a buyer, are they actually gonna buy the home, or are they gonna back out? Because we're a good backup. And essentially that's what it takes to buy deals on the MLS. You have to be patient, you have to be willing to follow up for months and months, and maybe even a year plus, because that's how it really works. Like, a lot of people think that if you're gonna be looking for homes on the MLS specifically, that you make your first offer and it should be accepted. When in reality, if you're making good enough offers, meaning low enough offers where you can actually make money on these things, you're gonna get rejected, and rejected a lot. And it's gonna take months and months of follow-up to actually get these deals. So it takes patience, it takes a lot of effort. The strategy is actually really simple, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of effort, and this is all stuff that I did myself. And the reason why I had to hire these acquisitions agents is because it was taking up way too much of my time. A lot of my time was being spent crunching these numbers to figure out, okay, what am I gonna buy these homes for? And then time was spent offering on these homes, and then time was spent following up with all these agents every single month. And so it's a legit sales funnel where I'm having to constantly call these agents and like, hey, like, offer still stands, you wanna buy this? And I think that every business owner has to figure out their main focus. Like, I think everyone could benefit from having an extreme focus on one thing for a given period of time. So for example, for me, I was focusing super hard, and I still am, on creating content like this to teach you and to teach other people how to make money in real estate, because it's something that means a lot to me, and it's something that I know for the long term can benefit a lot of people. And so that's a big focus of mine right now. And what I was starting to find was that there was a real disconnect between what I was actually doing and what I said I wanted to do as far as focusing. So I was telling myself I wanted to focus on this whole social media thing, and I still am. But all my time was being spent on this whole MLS acquisitions thing, trying to find deals on the MLS. And I was kind of hitting like a breaking point of like, okay, like, I said I'm gonna do this and focus on social media, but I'm not. All my time's being spent here, like, what do I do? And the answer for me was like, I gotta hire some people. And so I hired one person at first to help me make these offers, and I trained her like exactly what I do so that she learns the entire process and learns like how to buy homes. And it's actually a very extremely valuable process for her, but she's super happy with it because one, she gets paid for it, and two, she gets to learn a ton for her own benefit for buying homes for herself down the road. And it's kind of just a win-win situation. And it just took my time away from this so I can focus on the social media. So that's the main reason why I hired that out, is because I just wanted my time back. And I think as business owners, we have to figure out ways to get our time back, because the whole reason for us being in business, I think, is to get our time back. Like, it's a lot of hours up front to establish a business and grow it, but eventually people like me, not all people, but we want to step away from the business business where the business continues to run itself without us being there. And so that was the point that I was hitting. And that's why I eventually hired out these MLS acquisitions agents. And it's all just really commission based. So I don't have to pay them hourly wages or a salary or anything like that. Like, they have to put the work in to actually get these deals so that they can get paid because of it. And so it's a win-win for everyone. A lot of people are so scared of making their first hire because they're scared that they have to pay someone an hourly wage or a salary when they're not even making money. But like, that's not really the case. You can hire people just based off commission, and depending on how hard they work and how much money they generate, that's how they get paid. And when you're starting out, that could be a really, really good option for most people. Now, here's how I found my MLS acquisitions agents. All I did was make a post on social media, specifically Instagram. So I made a story, and then I made an Instagram post saying like, hey, I'm looking for an MLS acquisitions agent. You need to be a realtor in this area. You need to be able to work a commission-based structure. You're gonna learn how to analyze investment properties, and you're gonna make offers for me. That's kind of how it's gonna work. And if you wanna learn more, message me on Instagram, send me a DM. And I got a lot of DMs, and I was like, wow, like this is so easy. But it's only easy because I've been blasting out so much valuable content for everyone consistently. For someone to know that I'm constantly in the business of real estate, doing really well because it's showcased on social media, there's a lot more trust built. Now, social media is actually how I hired all my people, except my editors. It's how I hired every single person in my real estate investing business. And it's actually kind of crazy to me. Like, if I didn't have my social media, I wouldn't really know how to hire people, to be honest. Like, that's just what I did. It worked for me. It could work for you too. But that's what I did, and it seemed to work really well for me. It's just super simple. Like, if you're really honest with people, if you bring a lot of value up front, consistently, without asking anyone for anything in return, people are generally just gonna wanna give back to you and just reciprocate. That's just kind of how it works. And both of these people were complete strangers to me at the time. Like, I didn't know them. They knew people that knew me, so there was some type of mutual connection, but I didn't know them personally. And so it was kind of crazy for me to like have strangers just wanting to work for me. I'm still, you know, in the beginning stages of my real estate investing career, and it was honestly kind of amazing to hear that. And also, the reason why I hired a second MLS acquisitions agent and not just one is for this. Like, I had one MLS acquisitions agent for maybe 3 months or so, but I realized from a friend of mine, Roham Hagini, he told me that if you really want to find a lot of deals on the MLS or whatever you're trying to do, like, you need more volume. Like, he told me, like, you should hire a lot more. Like, one is helpful, yeah, but if you can hire a lot more, especially if they're all commission-based, you can actually benefit a lot more by getting more deals, and you can benefit more people, and you can also find the people who are really performing. But for example, if I were to hire 10 MLS acquisitions agents and only 2 of them are consistently finding deals, then they get all the benefit. But because it's commission-based, these other people, they don't have to suffer, just they're not putting the work in. And so you get to benefit as a business owner by just hiring more people based on commission. I'm super grateful that he taught me that, because I didn't realize that I could. I think when I was just starting, I was like, I just need one. I need one person to do the thing that I was doing. And I realized that if I really want to scale this side of things, I could just hire more. It wasn't that hard. It might seem so simple to you, but for me, especially just being in the trenches and doing it, I thought I only needed one. So that's why I hired the second one. So I had my first one for 3 months, and then I just recently hired my second one. And it's been great ever since. Also, if you want help to grow your real estate business, whether you're brand new or if you already got deals under your belt, click on the link in the description, fill out the form, and someone from the team's gonna reach out to you. Peace.